Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Chase. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at some Rainbow Six Siege unpopular opinions over from the Rainbow Six official Reddit. So yesterday, I actually posted over there, what is your Siege unpopular opinion? This is completely for discussion only, so let's keep it polite because you know how toxic some things can get with rankings and stuff like that, or having an unpopular opinion. So I just asked everyone to keep it polite, keep it polite down in the comments. Let me know your Siege unpopular opinion down below. Let me know if you disagree or agree with any of these. And yeah, let's dive right into this. But before we do, be sure to subscribe and check out the links down below in the description. You'll find a link to the Discord that I have. It has over 1,000 people on it, and they are all talking about Siege. You'll also find my Twitch, which you can go follow. I play Siege or other games over there all the time. It's another way to support me, as well as maybe even play games with me. And then, of course, my Twitter, which is just a good way to keep up with me. So let's go ahead, go right into this thread. So the first post is from Alone Forever. That's depressing. He says Aruni and Cav aren't OP. I don't think that Aruni and Cav are OP. I don't think that's a very popular opinion, honestly. I've noticed that. I kind of read through this thread a little bit before I did this video, and there are a lot of popular opinions that people are saying are unpopular opinions, so just a little bit of a warning. But yeah, Cav, I mean, people will think she's overpowered if they're about low gold and below, because I mean, she kind of is. Below gold, you really don't see a lot of coordination in a team. You don't really see a lot of communication, and that's one of the biggest, detrimental things that can hurt your team is communication, lack of communication. So I can understand people thinking that Caveira is OP in that sense if they're in a low rank. But once you get up to high gold, plat, diamond, champion, you're really not going to be running into a Cav in general just because she's not effective anymore. You're going to have teams that know what they're doing, know how to hunt out a Cav, and use a lot of communication. You're going to have those call-outs going around a lot. As for Aruni, I think it's too early to call her overpowered or underpowered. She's been out for just a little bit now. I mean, this is literally her season that she got released. But yeah, I don't think it's warranted to call her OP or underpowered, if that makes sense. I know there are some people who are saying that she is terrible, but I also know there are a lot of people saying she is the most broken operator in the game at this point. That makes sense. She has an indestructible gadget, technically, but you got to use utility on it. So that's really going to be it for that one. That's really all I got to say about that. As you can see, Alone Forever goes on to say, in low gold and below, people think that she's overpowered, and that's understandable. But let's go on to the next one. I've seen so many people argue both sides. Some claim Aruni is OP, some claiming she's useless. That's just, reiterating what I just said. So this thread actually blew up all because of Alone Forever's post. All right, so here we got a ton. This comes from Conscious Fee, and he states, wow, he has a bunch of castle emojis, and then he has an ash emoji. I love that. AR-33 is the best primary for Thatcher. So I actually have seen a lot of people starting to realize that the AR-33 is actually pretty good. I'll always be L85 gang. I love the L85. It's just so smooth. It's basically your jack of all trades assault rifle, but the AR-33 is a good primary. There's nothing, taking that down a little bit, and if you choose the AR-33 over the L85 or the shotgun, if you're a shotgun guy, that's respectable. P90 is the best primary for Doc. Okay, this is something I can get behind now that the MP5 is gone. Well, not the MP5, the ACOG. The P90 is good. It's terrible, but it's good. It throws out a bunch of bullets. It has a ton of bullets, so you're bound to hit the head at least one time. However, if the MP5 still had its ACOG, there would be no argument. That would obviously be the best one for Doc, because everyone knows that Doc loves his cheeky spawn peaks. Vigil's K1A is overrated. It's only average for an SMG. Okay, now this is certainly an unpopular opinion if I've ever seen one. You all know how much I love Vigil. You all know how much I love the K1A. I do overrate the K1A a little bit. I do say it's like the best gun on defense. alongside the 416. I think that might be going a little bit too far, but yeah. K1A is not overrated. It's very, very good. Saying it's only average for an SMG is a little bit ridiculous because of the range potential that it has. It hits like a truck at range. It's like a AR in an SMG's body. So, for that, I'm going to have to disagree, Conscious Fee, but respect. Bandit should be nerfed to a 2-speed. Yes and no. Okay, so let me argue this. I think 3-speed being on Bandit is a little bit useless. I do. You know, with Bandit tricking, you're not going to really be able to use that 3-speed to its greatest potential because you're going to be sitting on the bomb site or a wall most of the round. You get what I'm saying? Having 3-speed, being a roamer, you're not going to be able to with Bandit because you're going to be busy Bandit tricking unless you're in like low gold or below and you just have no clue how to Bandit trick. So this I can kind of get behind a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Smoke and Nook's FMG9 is worse than Jaeger's 416. Did people think that the FMG9 is better? That's news to me. I did not know that. I'm not going to lie. I did not know that. Okay. I mean, I can see it a little bit. The rate of fire, no recoil, good sight on it. Can make it better than the 416, but no. I think it's universally agreed upon that Jaeger's 416 is the best gun on defense. All right. The operator and map ban phases should be removed. I can understand this. Map ban, I released a video on a couple months ago when it first got released into the game. Completely understandable. I said that it basically kind of ruins the fun and variety of the game because you're going to have those maps that are just absolutely terrible in ranked that no one wants to play, so you're not going to play them because they're always going to get banned. But the thing is, you don't want to play a bad map either. You don't want to lose, your plat placement game or your diamond or your champion placement game because of a bad map. Me and Thakil have talked about it before. We absolutely hate Coastline. Anytime we're playing together, Coastline gets banned because we hate it. It's terrible. I'll argue with that with anyone. That's my Siege Unpopular Opinion. I hate Coastline. As for operator bans, I disagree. I don't think they should be removed. I think operator bans are something good for the game because it does allow you to ban those operators that are somewhat borderline overpowered. Both Dokkaebi and Kali should have an automatic primary option. This is something I disagree with Kali, as that's her whole thing. It's being a sniper. That's what I got to disagree on. However, for Dokkaebi, I can kind of see it. Dokkaebi just isn't meta. It's hard for her to be meta right now because she's not a good fragger at all. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people love the MK14, but it's just not my gun. There's a lot of people in this game who hate DMRs, and I'm one of them. And her lacking that automatic primary option is kind of what strays a lot of people away from playing her. She's not bad at all. She's actually good. It's just she doesn't have an attractive kit to complement her gadget or secondary gadgets. Gridlock should be made a 2-speed and given access to an angle grip on both her primaries. I'm not sure if this opinion is unpopular, though. I think a lot of people would agree with this, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of people would disagree. I feel like giving Gridlock an angle grip would make her too good in a sense. I mean, it would give her the ability to be an entry fragger and a support, a post-plant denial, all that in one. And that's the issue we kind of saw with IQ like forever ago when she had frag grenades. When IQ had frag grenades, she literally could do anything she wanted. And I think if you give her 2-speed and an angle grip and make her a fragger, it gets a little bit tough there because she definitely can do a lot of work. That gun is very underrated. If you slap an angle grip on it, it can get touchy. All right. Drake and Hunter. He says, people should drone even if they do a rush. I don't think this is an unpopular opinion. I think a lot of people drone in this game anyways. Unpopular opinion, people should drone. I did not mean to report that. Yeah, I don't think this is that much of an unpopular opinion. I think people just know that they should rush and drone at the same time. Like maybe have someone drone for you while you're rushing. Triangle Cookie says, having 3 shields on attack isn't a strat and definitely not good. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or not. I think a lot of people know that shields in this game aren't good. Blitz is terrible. Fuse shield is terrible. Fuse in general isn't that great. Monty is really the only viable shield operator. So I might have to disagree with you there, Triangle. I mean, it's not good at all. It's not a strat, but I don't think that's an unpopular opinion, fam. All right. Let's go on down a little bit more. We got a bunch more to go through. Dang, I didn't realize we had this many. Castle is underrated AF, and he's OP on certain sites. Yeah, I agree. That's probably one of my biggest unpopular opinions. Castle's really, really good, especially on Theme Park. Theme Park is one of his best maps to play on. Warden is a good operator. I think this is kind of starting to be agreed upon the community. I've seen Warden kind of grow a little bit more in popularity recently, and I mean that's in part because of Custard, but yeah, he's getting up there. I think people are starting to realize. Bank is the third worst map after Bartlett and Hereford. No, yes, Bank is not a good map. I think Bank needs a rework for sure. However, calling it the third worst map in the game when you have maps like Favela, the House rework, and all of those, Coastline, which is still somehow unranked, yeah, I don't think you can say that. Blitz is a viable operator in higher elo. All right, I'm just going to scroll past that one. I didn't really get what this dude was meaning when I read it, so I'm just going to move past that one. I miss Outback and Ranked. Yeah, you're alone on that one. The FMG9 and the 612 SD are solid weapons for Nook. Just use them properly and you will get results. Yeah, the FMG9 is good. The shotgun, no. Glaz is OP. Yeah, we're skipping that one too. Not even going to comment there. That dude's got to be trolling. They should remove operator and map bans. We've already talked about this. However, he does say there is no need to waste all the extra time. And I think this is something that has definitely hurt Siege. The operator pick and ban and the map pick and ban phase is so long, dude. It takes forever, it feels like. And I think that's something that kills it. You know, there's all this time in between games that you're playing and all this time in between rounds if you die early. And it kind of kills the drive to play the game. You get bored just sitting around. You know, you'll maybe start playing on your phone and just completely realize that you were playing Siege. All right, shotgun is the way. Disagree there unless you're on console. Everyone knows that shotgun is meta on console. All right, so here's probably the biggest unpopular opinion of the day. Zophia's AR is bad. I've never seen anyone say that. It's arguably the top 5 AR in the game. Yeah, definitely an underrated opinion there. Tell me what you guys think about that down below in the comments. Remove the C4 from Bandit. I also disagree with this. I think Bandit needs that C4 to be good. He can lob it over holes and get a kill on a thermite or something like that. And I think it helps him a lot. I think if you take that C4 away and you give him something like proximity alarms or something useless, it just brings him down even more than he already is. We saw Bandit kind of take a little bit of a stagnation in his pick and win rate because of Kaid recently. So I don't think you want to stagnate Bandit even more. Nook is the worst operator in Siege. I think there's definitely worse, but as of right now, Nook isn't looking good. I mean, a lot of people can use Nook and use her effectively, and props to you, but the average player cannot just pick her up and drop an ace first round. She's an amazing fragger. She really is. I don't know if I'd go as far to say she's the worst character in Siege. All right, final one from Six Pack Cola. This one got -1 points. People just did not like this. Maestro needs to be nerfed. I've been maining him for a week, dropped 4 aces and 8 4Ks. His LMG is godly. I go against mid golds and sometimes plats, and I'm shredding with him. And I agree with what Rukwe says down here. Yeah, but that's not an unpopular opinion. It's clear to everyone that Maestro is strong. Yeah, Maestro is one of the strongest operators in the game currently. Ubisoft just doesn't want to touch him for some reason. 2 bulletproof 360 orbital cameras that can destroy any electronic in the game, basically. The godly LMG. I think he has impact still. I'm not sure on that. Don't count me. And he has the Bailiff pistol that can make rotations. He's literally everything you could want him to be. So that is the thread of Siege Unpopular Opinions that I had. If you guys want to comment your unpopular opinions down below in the comments, please please do that. I would be more than happy to make another video if you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later. Peace.